നമുക്ക് തുടങ്ങാം മിസ്സേ.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Good
മിസ്
evening to
Yes. We can start. We can start.
start. Good evening to all. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. Conflicts of High-Fliers, unveiling journey of life-inspiring generation, is an innovative practice of IQAC of JPA College. It's a venture of JPA College to kindle fire among the coming generations to learn, to achieve, and to lead a legacy. Deeply rooted in the motto, lighten to enlighten, the college has completely 19 conflicts of fireflies. It's a platform that brings eminent personalities across the globe to share their life experience and success stories. Today, this conference is conducted by Department of Commerce in association with IQS of JPN College. Today, we are lucky to have Dr. Biju Avi, Assistant Professor, School of Business Management and Legal Studies, University of Kerala. He is a research guide in the Faculty of Commerce and the Faculty of Management. He published 5 texts for MCOM program at the University of Kerala. He works as the editor board member of Springer InterScience IJ Global Journals. His papers appear in various journals like Employees' Responsibilities and Rights Journal, International Journal of Human Capital, Information Technology, professional by IGI Global. Let's begin the conflicts of fireflies with a silent prayer. A word of welcome is the sweetest of all words. It's a word of love and acceptance. Now I invite Reverend Father Prince CST, Vice Principal, JPN College, for the welcome address. Father.
Good evening, everyone. Hope I am audible.
Yes, well.
Respected Principal Dr. Sabu Augustine sir, the resource person of the day, Dr. Biju A.V., our HODs, Sajeev sir, Sridevubis, all the faculty members, and my dear students. Hope you all love Sachin. Do you?
Yes.
Yeah. There is a famous saying by Sachin. It goes like this: satisfaction is the beginning of stagnation. I shall repeat. Satisfaction is the beginning of stagnation. What does it mean? If you feel that, okay, this is enough for me, I am satisfied, from that moment, stagnation begins in your life and there will be no growth. For a person like Sachin, he can say, uh, maybe I had so many centuries and I had done a good performance. So it is enough for me, he can say. But he says, no, I will never stop trying because satisfaction shall lead me to stagnation. Why I said this is because very often when I speak with our students about their dream in life, what would you like to be in life? Many people don't have an answer. Especially while during the admission, when I ask them, why do you choose this course? At least some replied, my parents or teachers compelled me. Apart from that, there is no much dream. It's in this context, the program like Conflux of High-Fliers become important. For your information, dear Dr. Biju, the purpose of this program is, hope you are aware about the cultural situations in Idiki. Mostly the students come from the parents of farmers, and being in this context, they may not be having so much inspirations or the people whom they can see and get inspired. But Newton says, unless an external force is inserted or acted upon something, it will remain in the same position, will become rested. So, though the students have a lot of potential, though they have a lot of capabilities, unless some force is acted upon, they will never explore their possibilities, because in our Kerala context, we know we all have some kind of hindrances, like, no, I don't fit for this, no, let some others do, we don't come forward. So in this context, the college authorities thought of starting such a program, like, let the students come to know that it is not your background that mold you what you are, but how do you respond to your background. And when we choose for the people, choose people for such these programs, all those people are people who can motivate our students, to help them understand that even though their backgrounds may not be that colorful now, their future can be furnished. It is in their hand. While going through your profile in this context, I felt like you are a most fitting person, especially for the students from commerce background. Already, Anumis has given a good introduction, so I don't repeat. Uh, at least for the faculty members, you may be wondering how one article can get published in a Scopus Index journal or in a publication like Springer. But to my wonder, I saw our resource person is a member of editorial board. What does it mean? Don't be satisfied. If you are satisfied, you will get stagnated. So be inspired, like the personalities like this. And my dear students, you are just beginning your life. Get inspired by the people who can be like a beacon of light for your life. Of course, the faculty members are here. They are coming from your own background, and when you get such these opportunities, make maximum benefit out of it. Dr. Biju, I don't take much of your time. So, with these words of welcome, it's my pleasure on behalf of Father Manager, our principal, all the faculty members, and my dear students. I welcome you most heartfully to this function.
Thank you, sir.
Hearty welcome.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
like
Thank you
your
so much.
speech.
True success is overcoming the fear of being unsuccessful. Now I invite our chief guest, Dr. Biju Evi, Assistant Professor, School of Business Management and Legal Studies, University of Kerala, for the session. Sir?
Okay, thank you so much. First of all, good evening to you all.
Good evening,
And
sir.
I hope the students are from BCom and MCom courses, MCom programs, right? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Yeah. So I have a question. I have a doubt. The students are muted or they can interact in between.
Of course, you can interact. No problem.
Sir,
Yeah.
usually what we do is they will be given a session at
Oh,
first, then they can interact. So that they will
oh.
have some input first, then they interact.
Yeah, they are raising their hand. Some
Of course,
hands.
if you are willing and if you are comfortable, they can interact at any time.
Yeah. Okay. So my agenda is to make it clear about the career uh, prospects of commerce students. So the two things we essentially require is that is skill and attitude. So I directly go to my agenda because the father has already mentioned the very critical points. So I can add on that points. The world is quite, competitive world. So if we wanted to survive, we should have what I say, skill and attitude. Okay, so so the attitude is different thing. Attitude is a different one. I hope you understand. Actually, I don't know. This is an online program. I don't know this how far this is effective, but still, because I'm not preferring these online kind of programs because usually, nowadays it's like boring, but still, we can interact because you are in Idiki and I'm in Trivandrum. I'm still in at my department, my office, so I can give some kind of uh, transfer of knowledge to you. Okay, that's important, significant aspect of this online program. So I hope you will hear my session, and I just wanted to interact you regarding various points. Okay, so there are points I will discuss with you, and I expect some kind of interactions from you. So I will share. I have a slide. I will share my slide first of all. Can you see my slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for good jobs, I said there are two things: attitude and skill. In every academic disciplines, we are part of commerce. So you just need to understand that the commerce is the word commerce in academics, which is happening in rare countries like India, and you can find commerce from Canada, and you can find commerce from Kenya. I would say that its number is very less. So these countries using the word commerce in academics. You cannot find commerce in Europe. You cannot find commerce in US. You cannot find commerce in Latin America, etc. Why? So it's my first question. This commerce is not common across the globe. The word commerce. Anybody can answer it, or I can continue with my explanation. So no one is responding. It's everyone. I think everyone is understand Malayalam, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I will speak in between Malayalam also. Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
So the thing is attitude and skill. I'm focusing on these two things because these two things are very essential for getting of a good career or a good job nowadays. So I said the commerce is rare. The commerce is not as a discipline in many countries. ഇതൊരു ഡിസിപ്ലിൻ ആയിട്ട് കണക്കാക്കുന്നില്ല. പകരം they are using banking, they are using finance, they are using accounting, they are using economics, right? So what I'm trying is so that's a discipline which is quite popular in India. Okay, so we are all some people there are academicians they feel irritated when we speak about we are part of commerce. Okay, so that kind of academicians are every time there is a collision between economics and commerce. Okay, so that's a status right now. That's a status right now, but we can do wonders. The commerce people can do wonders. There are criticism about our curriculum, our construction of curriculum and all. But still, there are people often criticizing that there is no depth in this curriculum. So the teachers can, discuss the depth of our curriculum. So even I sometimes feel that the depth is less. Okay, so we are not into the deep understanding of concept and conceptualization sometimes. Okay, so that's a problem of curriculum. We just taking something from some many disciplines and just clubbed it and make it as a subject that is commerce. Okay, so the first point I would like to focus on attitudes. So attitudes, what is attitude? What is attitude? Anybody, can you say that? What is attitude? So nowadays, the companies are checking your attitude. So while they are interviewing, during the time of campus placement, and even I check my students. I check my students' attitude, and I find after 1 month or 2 months, I can find the attitude of the students. But I will try to improve the attitude of students with the help of some activities. Okay, I will say a story. So I have joined in this department 2020. Before that, I was working with a government college. Various government colleges. I was working with government college Kattappan also 6 months, very short period. And 2020 I have joined here. Then 2021 I have 2020 batch I have got a student. So we have MCOM. We have 3 programs: MCOM Finance, MCOM Global Business Operations, and MCOM Blue Economy and Maritime Law. And we have PhD programs. Okay, so once the MCOM Finance, I have noted one student that I don't want to mention his name, and I noted that student. The thing is, he is very active and he is very curious about the things. Okay. So I try to, improve the skill of that person. Okay. അപ്പൊ എങ്ങനെ improve ചെയ്തെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാല്, so because I am doing research in various topics, and I used to include that student in various activities, my activities. Okay, and he's also responding brilliantly. I found that his response was great. So I was working with sustainability. You all familiar with the sustainability? There's United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So every country is working to reach the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So I have a collaboration with Research Science Frontier Dubai, and we were working on a topic ESG, Environment, Social and Governance. So ESG, and nowadays ESG is mandatory. SEBI is also has implemented the ESG. ESG scores are mandatory for companies. Okay, so we were working with ESG, and we have collected data from Bloomberg. Bloomberg is a database. We have collected data and we were analyzed, and we were compared, because ESG is not much developed in that time. So now yesterday's and today's newspaper, you can find that we are issuing sovereign green bonds, corporate green bonds, etc. So I include this candidate. I taught him a lot of things. Okay, so when students come up, they don't know anything, and we can teach them different skill sets we are using in academics. Okay, in academics we are using there are different standard sets, and we are using so many softwares for academics. For example, in writing of papers, that's a part of academics. We need to write papers and publish. And I use softwares like Mendeley and other analysis softwares, EView, Stata, etc. So I teach Mendeley. Then I found that he is able to use Mendeley, and he started for preparation of like theoretical framework or theoretical literature review. Okay, so writing is a skill. So he learned how to write a literature review. Okay, so and he learned how to write a proper literature review. Over the period of time, he learned that. Okay, then after that, so we are using some bibliometric analysis, and we are using softwares like High-Fliers, RStudio, PageX, etc. And he learned that skill. And the final year or third semester, we have a project, and fortunately, his fellow was allocated under my guidance by my head of the department. And we were work with green bonds issues in India. Okay, so green bond issues in India. The topic was selected, and he worked and he collected literature review. Now he is in a path. He's in a status quo, like he's able to able to do literature review. He can do bibliometric analysis, and in between we have conducted a training session workshop for event study methodology. And he was one of the participants, and he's able to understand. He was able to understand the event study methodology. So this methodology is fully, he can be able to apply his topic. So that time the project, middle stage, I found that he can be able to perform all the activities of the project. He can be able to perform literature review. That literature review is completely according to the American Psychological Association APA standard, APA 7th edition. Even research scholars, our research scholars are not able to perform that, but he can be able to perform that. His literature reviews are so good as compared to others. I would like to say that kind of way. And he was able to write the literature review according to APA 7 standard, and he was able to perform the analysis. And finally, we concluded the project. So he undertaken the project of green bond implications in India. Now, I would like to say that he is a person, is very good in green bond literature. Okay, it's green bond literature, and our students always we compel it to open LinkedIn account. So these people are always LinkedIn, and they are just updated their profile over there. And he updated his project experience, and he is getting message. LinkedIn, there is a mechanism based on our post or likes, they will give suggestions. Okay, so he got a suggestion, like, and he is getting some employment advertisement, and he's getting he has gone on an advertisement, and he attended one interview. Okay, so he attended interview. It's a good company. I don't want to mention that company. And it's a case example, so that in case studies there is an ethics. We don't need to mention the name of a person. Okay, so in academics also you can do case studies, but you never disclose the name of the cases, case persons or something, case institutions, etc. That's the ethics of case study. And he attended interview, and a UK person, the main consultant of the company, have conducted interview, and the person was wondered how he is performing this kind of the performance of the candidate was so amazing. The UK person asked and told him, why you are getting this much information? So he said he was undertaken a project so that he is getting this information. Because if we are sincere about a project, if we are sincerely undertaken a project, because the thing is he did the literature review in proper way, he did the analysis in proper way, he was able to write the findings, theoretical implications, practical implications. So a perfect project. And the interviewer was of the candidate, and he got a placement. And now he is an ESG analyst. He's an ESG analyst in a UK-based company. Okay, so this is a story of a student, and there are other students, they were successful, but I just told you one story of our student, my student. So this shows that, everyone can reach, high extremes if they are sincere or their attitude is good. So similarly, നമ്മൾ എല്ലാ വർഷവും ക്ലാസ്സിൽ പോകുമ്പോൾ തുടക്കത്തില് we will give some kind of advice, and I always give some kind of assignments to improve their skills. I always give assignments like prepare an essay or prepare a report based on Nobel Prize in Economics 2022. It's not only about the person who got the Nobel Prize, it's about the topic they are working. Okay. So based on the assignments, we will check, the quality of their writing. And we can be able to understand the writing skill of students based on the assignment. The writing skill is not good. We can, we can take necessary steps to improve the same. Okay. So what I'm saying, these are all attitudes. So every assignments we are, getting knowledge about the attitude of students. So some students are very sincere about writing of assignments. Some students are, moderately sincere about writing of assignments. Some students are not, and they are careless about writing of assignments. I would say that they are careless or they are not taking care of the things. Right. So the companies are also taking this attitude. They will check the depth of your knowledge. They will check the depth of your conceptualization. So another story I can say. So now the people are reading this capsule textbook. They don't look for the very good like structured textbook, and it is available for various conceptualization we can understand. But unfortunately our curriculum is very easy for the students, and even a student can pass the examination within 2 days a study in a particular course. I mean, course means a paper. The program, nowadays we call it as MCOM is a program, and if business analytics is a paper, in old time we say that the paper is a course. Okay. So that is not possible in so-called other universities. You can't, finish a course within 2 days. 2 days study in Delhi School of, Delhi University. You can't finish these programs in the 2 days in IIT and IIM, so that they are treated as excellent institutions. The curriculum is very complex, and the curriculum is skill oriented, and they do some kind of skill gaps. Skill means what? What kind of skill a commerce students essentially require? Anyone, can you say that? What kind of skill you require to get it placed? So, I would say that nobody is responding. I would say that you should understand. Noel Anthony, you can speak, Noel.
Sir, I hope that a commerce student must have not. I don't know very particularly, but I would like to say that he must be well known about the situations, the business situations, the economic situations, even the social, as you just mentioned just before, the social economic governance, etc. So the changing modern business situations are uh, must be a well-known factor to a commerce student who is interested in getting a good placement as soon as he's passing with the course.
Yes. Yeah, I can add some more points. So we need attitude as well as we need skill. So they are checking their skill. Suppose if you are good in Excel analytics, that is a skill, because we are in commerce students. We should understand Excel skills, Excel analytics. A lot of things we can perform with the help of Excel. Even a project we can complete with Excel. Some financial analytics, some analysis of ESG scores. It can be performed with Excel. Okay, so Excel is a skill. So can we include the Excel learning, even though that is not part of curriculum? That can be a special skill. We can give to the student. That will be an added addition. But that Excel application can be used by the students for making of new stories, insightful stories. Okay. Noel, again, you wanted to say something?
Sir, I would like to ask one more question. That I know some of my friends who have studied BTech, and we all know that most of BTech students are just passing out from the colleges, and they are not even placed anywhere. So some of them, those who are more skilled and having some financial background, might be learning something specializations, something regarding even each part of a machine and everything. So I felt now that even a commerce student cannot be placed with just a span of a 2 year study of PG, or even after the some of the further studies. We also must be able or must be um, ready with some of the specializations in commerce.
I should answer this again. So we need some kind of guidance regarding the new areas of scope or areas identify. Okay, so I said about my student, he could understand, because we are working in actually the academicians write papers and send to journals, but they will reject the paper because they say that the idea is not novel. Your findings are not novel. If we, do papers in, like over researched areas, the journals will reject it. They say that the idea is not novel. They say that your findings are not novel. It's all over researched. There are many researchers in this field. Again, why are you looking for again this work? So we have to find novel areas. So ESG green bond is a booming one. It's a novel one, but there are lack of academic literature over here. So similarly, climate. I mean, fintech. There are climate fintech models, green fintech models. So these are all, it's going to booming up. So we have to find out these areas, and BCom students can also, they can do a project in these new areas. MCom people can also do a project here. But what is happening in our academics? Just simply, they will take a topic which is simple for the faculty as well as simple for the student. And just a part of course, they do complete the project and they get it passed. There is no use of it. Even they can't publish. If we do a work, we can be confident enough to disclose the word. This is my paper. This is my project. Please read. I don't know anyone is able to be confident enough to say to the world, this is my work. Please read. So now academics and everything is different. Now everything is an open access. So the accessibility is important. If I publish a paper, I should, publish in open access, or I should send it to many people. I will be like a person, we will have to popularize the paper. Then only we get citations. Then only the academicians can be, acclaimed. Academicians is accepted because of their impact factor. So what I'm saying, the students and teachers, they have to find novel areas and work. Then only you get placed. If you're working with the traditional knowledge, then there is no use of it. Hope I am clear, Noel.
Yes, sir. Can I ask you a simple one more question?
Yeah. Yes.
Sir, as you mentioned before, I do like to get something capsule form. So could you please mention some of the novel areas which might be good for a commerce student to get placement easily?
Yeah.
And also, I'd like to ask, even these kind of changes are required by the students. What might be the changes that is needed for the lectures or our professors? Is some changes are necessary for their qualifications and qualities?
So there are openings and opportunities. We are not taking care of the things. Really, there are internship openings in RBI. There are internship openings in SEBI. There are internship openings in other reputed institutes. You can do it. You just simply, your area has to be specific first of all. So area, I'm working in this ESG, environment, social governance, ESG scores, greenwashing, green bonds. So this area is, every subject, this area is popular because the UN agenda, because of the United Nations agenda to become, to reaching of sustainable development goals by 2030. Okay. So now, if you ask the science people, they will look on this area. Now there is a saying that the academic bullshit. Everyone is looking for sustainability. So before 1 year, there is a booming of literature in crypto academicians. I was also working with crypto just 1 year before, I just stopped because there is an over research tendency of crypto literature. Then I just shifted my area to green bonds right now. Okay, so similarly we can find good areas. Then how to find these good areas? That is, I would say that you have to read. So there are index. So you can find, the father rightly said that Scopus index, about the Scopus index. Now the students are knowing, they are empty about the understanding of this index. So there are indices for the indices means the quality one. We can have Sensex, we can have Nifty. So Nifty means the index of 50 shares. Sensex means the index of 30 shares. So Nifty means the 50 shares index. That means there are so many companies in India. Out of that, the 50 companies are only covered in this Nifty index. If a company is bad, they will remove that company, right? So similarly, academics, we have indices like Scopus, Web of Science, ABDC. So these three indices, I would say about Scopus. Scopus is an index of Elsevier. Elsevier is a publisher, and Web of Science is an index of Clarivate. And these are all companies. These are all companies, multinational companies, and we have Australian Business Deans Council, ABDC index. So these indexes are for ranking of journals, rating of journals. The ABDC index, you can find different rate, A star, A, B, C. Okay, so both academicians and industrial people, collaborate together for writing of papers. Now the papers can be written by anyone. Even a student can write a paper and publish. Okay, so now some of the institutions, many of the institutions, they try to publish papers, promote publish papers by the students. Okay, so what I'm saying, you have to read papers for getting of new ideas, new areas. Okay, so you can go to the publisher's website and you can find their papers. Okay, for that you go to the website of Scopus, you can go to the website of Web of Science, you can go to the website of ABDC, and you can find journals. And you can go to the website of that journal, you can find the previous editions. So every paper, published, within a span of sometimes 2 years, sometimes 1.5 years. It's a combined work. It's not a simple task to publish a paper in good journals. So that journals, that papers provide a lot of information. So if you read all these, so I would say that reading is very essential to understand. You should read Business Line, you should read Economic Times, you should read Financial Express. At least you should read one business daily to understand the business news, business surroundings, to understand about Indian economy, understand about Indian companies, understanding about the world companies. If I ask what is FANG, anybody can you respond? FANG, FAANG. FAANG. So F means Facebook, A means Apple, another A means Amazon, then Netflix, and G means Google. So this is a FANG. So this is the information why these companies are called FANG, and these companies are clustered, and there is a name has been given. I don't know, the time is 7:45 because I did not present my slide actually. I just given the stories and all. So these companies are using data. These companies are using data, and we are the surveillance of these companies, and we call it as surveillance capitalism. We call it as surveillance capitalism because these companies are observing people, their emotions, their chats, their likes, their dislikes, and they're selling the data of the people. It's all big data analysis, and they're selling the data, and or sometimes they use this data for their new business models. We call it as data governance. Okay, again, this is a new area. So a lot of new area you can find. I already said the different new areas: climate, fintech, sustainability, sustainable finance, corporate green bonds, sovereign green bonds, surveillance capitalism. You can check with these areas for taking of projects. Okay, so I will be brief, and I will wind up my session within 5 minutes, and I would like to.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, എനിക്കൊരു
Yes.
ഡൗട്ട് ചോദിച്ചോട്ടെ?
Yeah.
ഫോറിൻ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിക്കാർ ഇവിടേക്ക് വരുന്നത് നല്ലതാണോ?
എന്താണ്?
ഫോറിൻ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിക്കാർ ഇവിടേക്ക് വരുന്നത് കേൾക്കുന്നില്ലേ?
Yeah. Foreign university ഇവിടേക്ക് വരുന്നത് നല്ലതാണ്. But we should understand their agenda, intention, because they are charging huge amount of fees. And if you go to US and if you go to UK, and you will essentially request to pay more than 25 lakhs for a course. But in US and UK, you will get a part-time employment, and you can finance yourself. But in India, you can't find the part-time employment. Sometimes part-time employment is there, but it's very difficult to finance, so that there is a resistance for starting up of courses by foreign universities. Okay, but sometimes it will come up. Okay, so the quality of education is a matter. Even low-profile institution students can be quality with their initiatives and the institution's initiatives, so that there is a ranking by UGC to determine the quality of institution, NERF, NIRF, QS ranking, etc. The ranking framework shows the quality of the institution, quality of the academics. So based on the entire quality, the ranking has been done. Okay. So, but the thing is, you should understand the things in a positive manner. And every time your agenda is to build a positive attitude about your career and your life. And you need hardworking. Okay, so you understand your area of career, your area, and work on with the area. And whatever activity you do, you should be sincere, dedicated. If you do it in a just to complete the process, then you are in trouble. You will not get a skill and attitude of that area. And you should use the networking platforms like LinkedIn, and you can attend conferences, and you can just mail professors. So you can find the details, mail ID from LinkedIn, and you can just mail if you are interested in a UK university professor or US university professor. Sometimes they may respond, and if your idea or proposal is good, they may accept, and they may you may invite it to them, to the other university. Okay, so use this kind of platforms, and you discuss your problems with so many people. So there are people, they have problems, but they don't discuss with anyone. In research, in academics, it's like a collaborative platform now. So even I'm not able to write a paper alone. So I collaborate with so many people for writing and publications. If you find a good proposal, and you are sending him a mail to me, so we can collaborate. So if the proposal is good, I'm sure that I will be able to collaborate with that person. So that I have got many collaborations from other countries because of their welcomeness, their attitude, because they are willing to collaborate with the people of developing countries because their proposal is good. Okay, so the ക്വാളിറ്റിക്ക് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് ഫോറിൻ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റീസ് ഒന്നും ഇവിടെ വരേണ്ട കാര്യമില്ല. സോ നമ്മൾ വിചാരിച്ചാൽ തന്നെ എല്ലാം ക്വാളിറ്റി ആയിട്ട് മാറും. So you can find very waste universities in UK. You can find very low profile colleges in US. Okay.
No.
Yeah. Just any other interaction also you can, because it's a wide area. I'm not able to complete within a short time.
So
I
you
just
said,
points and yeah.
so you said that the commerce is an alien game in foreign countries, right? But they are doing everything that comes under the commerce, like everything, banking, transportation, communication, everything. So what is their point of view about commerce?
Yeah, I just criticize the commerce because the commerce is not a discipline in many countries. Commerce, the word commerce, we are using the word commerce. Somebody asked, നമ്മളോട് ചോദിക്കുകയാണ് എന്താ പഠിക്കണേ, കോമേഴ്സ്. അപ്പൊ ആ കോമേഴ്സ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന സാധനം വേറെ പല രാജ്യത്തും ഇല്ലെന്ന് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു. അതിന് പകരം അത് യൂസിങ് ബാങ്കിങ്, ഫിനാൻസ്, അക്കൗണ്ടിങ്, ഫോറൻസിക് അക്കൗണ്ടിങ്, ഡിഫറെന്റ് ടൈപ്സ്. സോ കോമേഴ്സ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു അക്കാഡമിക് ഡിസിപ്ലിൻ ഇന്ത്യയിൽ അങ്ങനെ വളരെ ചെറിയ കുറച്ച് രാജ്യങ്ങളിൽ മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ എന്നാണ്. Is actually I don't understand your question properly. Can you repeat the question? Then I will come up with an answer. Josna was asking question, right? Yeah. Any more questions? Noel, yeah, you can ask.
Sir, I haven't seen anyone, so I would like to ask one more question.
Yeah.
As you mentioned earlier, data analysis is a novel area that can be.
Yeah. Business analytics. Actually, we call it as business analytics. So business
okay.
analytics is a very important career, or we can say that business analytics consists of so many analytics. So I said ESG analyst. I said big data analyst. I said about marketing analyst, marketing data analyst. So many analysts comes under business analytics. Business analytics, you essentially requires software understanding, and you can be able to find a story about the data. There are so many data providers right now. So sometimes you might have heard about Bloomberg. Sometimes you might have heard about Provis. So these are the paid data providers, and these data providers providing so many data sets. So we can, build stories from this data set. Okay. So if some institutions provide some job data analysis, what the skill you essentially requires to extract the data, the skill of extraction, okay, the skill of extraction of data and the data analytics. And you can be able to possible to guide somebody about that this data shows this kind of way, and this data will be helpful for this building of this kind of criteria, etc. So in case of ESG analyst, you can be able to advise some companies that how can they increase their criteria, increase their score, ESG score, based on their existing data. how can they can get more score. That kind of advices you can give. So for that, the 365-degree knowledge is required. For that, you essentially require how to extract the data, how to analyze the data, and how to write findings, and how to read about the existing literature across the globe. Okay. So, in fact, in brief, you should be a master of that area. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Noel? Okay.
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, sir, for such an amazing session. I think all of our students have asked their questions. To conclude the section by proposing the vote of thanks, I invite Mr. Sajid Thomas, Head of the Department of Commerce, JP College, for vote of thanks. Sir, please. Sajid, sir.
Sridevi is there. I should mention the name of Sridevi. Sridevi was a student of mine years back, and she called me and to take a lecture, and I agreed. Okay, because thing is Sridevi ki kuda nanni parayanu because the platform was given by her. Okay, Sridevi Gopal. Yeah, so she's there.
Thank you.
Okay, so over to you, sir. Sajid.
Okay, thank you, sir. നമ്മുടെ ഈ സെക്ഷൻ നമ്മുടെ ഏകദേശം അവസാന ഘട്ടത്തിലേക്ക് വന്നിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഇപ്പോൾ ബിജു സാറ് വളരെ ഡീറ്റെയിൽ ആയിട്ട് കൊമേഴ്സിൽ എങ്ങനെ എക്സൽ ചെയ്യാം, കൊമേഴ്സിൽ എങ്ങനെ നന്നായിട്ട് പെർഫോം ചെയ്യാം എന്നുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളിലൊക്കെ വളരെ ഡീറ്റെയിൽ ആയിട്ട് നമുക്ക് ക്ലാസ് എടുക്കുകയുണ്ടായി. സാറിന്റെ പ്രൊഫൈൽ നോക്കുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ അറിയാം, സാർ കൊമേഴ്സിന്റെ എല്ലാ മേഖലകളിലും വളരെ ആധികാരികമായിട്ട് സംസാരിക്കുവാൻ കഴിവുള്ള ഒരു വ്യക്തിത്വമാണ് ബിജു സാറ്. മാത്രമല്ല നമ്മുടെ ഹൈ റേഞ്ചുമായിട്ട് നല്ലൊരു ബന്ധം ഉള്ളയാളാണ്. നമ്മുടെ കട്ടപ്പന കോളേജിൽ വർക്ക് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരുന്ന ആളാണ്. അപ്പൊ എല്ലാം കൊണ്ടും നമ്മളിൽ ഒരാളാണ് ബിജു സാറ്. ബിജു സാറ് പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ തന്നെ ഈ ഒരു സെക്ഷൻ, ബിജു സാറിന്റെ ഈ സെക്ഷൻ നമുക്ക് ഈ ഒരു ഭാഗ്യം കിട്ടിയത് ശ്രീദേവി മിസ്സിലൂടെയാണ്. ശ്രീദേവി മിസ് ആണ് ബിജു സാറിനെ ഇൻവൈറ്റ് ചെയ്തതും ഈ ഒരു പ്രോഗ്രാം വളരെ നന്നായിട്ട് ഓർഗനൈസ് ചെയ്തത് ശ്രീദേവി മിസ് ആണ്. ഈ സമയങ്ങളിലെല്ലാം കുട്ടികളാണേലും വളരെ ആക്റ്റീവായിട്ട് കുറെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസ് ചോദിക്കുകയും ഒരു ഇന്ററാക്ഷൻ മറ്റ് സെഷനിലേക്കാളും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ മറ്റ് കോൺഫ്ലക്സിനേക്കാളും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മറ്റ് ഓൺലൈൻ പ്രോഗ്രാമുകളിലൊക്കെ കുറച്ചും കൂടി ഒരു ഇന്ററാക്ഷൻ കുട്ടികളുടെ ഭാഗത്തുനിന്നും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പാർട്ടിസിപ്പൻസിന്റെ ഭാഗത്തുനിന്നൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടായി. അത് സാറ് ഷെയർ ചെയ്ത ആ ഒരു എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്ന ആ ഒരു മെസ്സേജിന്റെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഷെയർ ചെയ്ത കാര്യങ്ങൾ കുറച്ചും കൂടി നന്നായിട്ട് കുട്ടികൾക്ക് മനസ്സിലാക്കി അതിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കാനായിട്ട് കുറച്ചും കൂടി നന്നായിട്ട് പങ്കെടുക്കാൻ കുട്ടികൾക്ക് ഒരു മനസ്സ് വന്നു. അപ്പൊ അതിനുള്ള ഒരു പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോം നമുക്ക് കിട്ടിയുണ്ടായി. ഇപ്പൊ ബിജു സാറ് നമ്മുടെ ഈ ഒരു സാറിന് നല്ല തിരക്കുള്ള വ്യക്തിയാണ്. അപ്പൊ ഈ ഒരു വിലവേറിയ സമയം നമുക്ക് വേണ്ടി ചെലവഴിക്കുകയും നമുക്ക് കൊമേഴ്സിനെ പറ്റിയും സാർ ആദ്യം പറഞ്ഞു തുടങ്ങിയത് ആറ്റിറ്റ്യൂഡ്, ലൈഫ് അച്ചീവ്മെന്റ് ഉണ്ടാകാനായിട്ട് ആറ്റിറ്റ്യൂഡ് റോള് എന്താണ് അങ്ങനെ നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞു തുടങ്ങി. അപ്പോൾ എല്ലാ മേഖലകളിലും ടച്ച് ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ട് ഈ ഒരു ചുരുങ്ങിയ സമയം കൊണ്ട് എല്ലാ മേഖലകളും ടച്ച് ചെയ്ത് സാറ് സംസാരിക്കുകയുണ്ടായി. അപ്പൊ സാറിന് ഏറ്റവും ഹൃദയത്തിന്റെ ഭാഷയിൽ JPM കോളേജിന്റെ പേരിലും കൊമേഴ്സ് ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റ് പേരിലുള്ള നന്ദി അറിയിക്കുന്നു. താങ്ക് യു സോ മച്ച് സർ.
Thank you for the opportunity. Okay.
അടുത്തതായി നമ്മുടെ പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ സാറ് നമ്മുടെ കോൺഫ്ലക്സിന്റെ ഓരോ എഡിഷൻസും കൈകാര്യം ചെയ്യുന്നതിൽ നമ്മളെ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന വ്യക്തിത്വമാണ് പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ സാറ്. ഈ ഒരു കോൺഫ്ലക്സ് ഓഫ് High-Fliers ഇവിടെ ഓർഗനൈസ് ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് നമ്മളെ ഹെൽപ്പ് ചെയ്ത പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ സാറിന് ഏറ്റവും സ്നേഹത്തോടെ നന്ദി പറയുന്നു. താങ്ക് യു സർ.
താങ്ക് യു സാർ. താങ്ക് യു സജി സാർ.
അടുത്ത നമ്മുടെ പ്രിൻസ് അച്ഛനാണ്. ഈ കോൺഫ്ലക്സിന്റെ കാര്യം പറയുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ നമുക്ക് കുട്ടികൾക്ക് കൂടുതൽ നല്ല രീതിയിൽ ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഷെയറിങ് കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ കേൾക്കാനും അച്ഛൻ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ തന്നെ ഹൈ റേഞ്ചിൽ നിന്ന് നമുക്ക് വലിയ അച്ചീവ്മെന്റ്സിലേക്ക് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ സൊസൈറ്റിയിൽ ഉയർന്ന തലങ്ങളിലേക്ക് കൈപിടിച്ചു അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഉയർന്ന തലങ്ങളിലേക്ക് ചെന്നെത്തുവാനായിട്ട് നമ്മുടെ കുട്ടികൾക്ക് സാധിക്കും എന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കുന്നത് പലപ്പോഴും ഈ പോലെയുള്ള പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോമിൽ കൂടെയാണ്. അപ്പൊ ഈ ഒരു കോൺഫ്ലക്സ് നമുക്ക് ഓർഗനൈസ് ചെയ്യുന്നതിൽ സഹായിച്ച പ്രിൻസ് അച്ഛന്, വൈസ് പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ പ്രിൻസ് അച്ഛനും ഏറ്റവും സ്നേഹത്തോടെ നന്ദി പറയും. താങ്ക് യു.
താങ്ക് യു സാർ, താങ്ക് യു വെരി മച്ച്.
ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ നമ്മുടെ ഈ കോൺഫ്ലക്സ് ഇവിടെ ഓർഗനൈസ് ചെയ്തതിൽ ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട പങ്ക് വഹിച്ചത് നമ്മുടെ ശ്രീദേവിസ് ആണ്. ശ്രീദേവിസ് ബിജു സാറിനെ കോണ്ടാക്ട് ചെയ്യും. ഇന്ന് ഈ നിമിഷം വരെ ഇതിനു വേണ്ട എല്ലാ കാര്യങ്ങളും ഓർഗനൈസ് ചെയ്ത് നമ്മുടെ കൊമേഴ്സ് UG ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റ് HOD ശ്രീദേവിസ് ആണ്. ശ്രീദേവിസിന് ഹൃദയത്തിന്റെ ഭാഷയിൽ നന്ദി പറയാം. താങ്ക് യു മിസ്. നമ്മുടെ ഈ ഒരു പ്രോഗ്രാം ആങ്കർ ചെയ്തത് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെന്റിലെ ആനിമിസ് ആണ്. ആനിമിസിനും നന്ദി പറയുന്നു. ബാക്കി ഈ ഒരു പ്രോഗ്രാം കണ്ടുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന നമ്മുടെ ഫാക്കൽറ്റി മെമ്പേഴ്സ്, കുട്ടികൾ, എല്ലാ സ്റ്റുഡൻസും എല്ലാവർക്കും ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടി ഹൃദയത്തിന്റെ ഭാഷയിൽ നന്ദി പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് നിർത്തുന്നു. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം. താങ്ക് യു സോ മച്ച്.
Thank you. Shall I leave? Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
വില നമുക്ക് അവിടെ ഉപയോഗിക്കാം. ഇവിടെ എവിടെയാണ് നോക്കുള്ളതല്ലേ?